Well, good evening. Tonight we're going to make a special dish. It's a chicken coconut curry dish. But I wanted to just show you the beginning. I'm going to come back in a minute, but let me just show you something. So I'm going to cut up some leeks. And if you've never worked with leeks before, this is what they look like in the store. But when you cut them up, you get these sliced up or chopped up. You need to put them in a colander and then rinse them really thoroughly, because deep inside there, deep inside this leek, is going to be mud and sand. So it's really important. So I just wanted to start with that. We'll come back in a second. Okay, so I'm ready to start cooking the coconut chicken curry dish. So I just want to show you what everything's laid out and what it looks like here. So I did cut up those leeks, and then I put them in a colander and I rinsed them very thoroughly, because as I mentioned, leeks tend to have a little bit of sand in them. Over here are shallots that are chopped up, a little bit of garlic. I've got fresh pepper and sea salt to crack. I've got curry powder and some turmeric. I got coconut oil. I'm going to cook this in coconut oil. And I've got chicken. So you notice there's a lot here. A lot prepped, a lot ready to go here. It's because we're making a double batch. Someone's actually hired us to make a batch for them. So that's why there's so much here. So you can figure about half this for you. But always remember, what's the major thing we always want to think of when we're making a dinner is make double or triple the amount so we have leftovers, because then your lunches are made for you and you're ahead of the game. So I'll come back in a minute. I'm going to start with coconut oil, leeks, and chicken, and then we'll come back. I've got the leeks cooking in the coconut oil, so I just wanted to show you what that looks like and what I'm going to do next here. So I'm going to start putting this organic chicken thighs. These are boneless, skinless chicken thighs that I'm just going to cram as much as I can into these two pans, just like this. And then I'm going to, after I fill these pans with all this chicken, I'm going to crack fresh cracked black pepper and sea salt over it all, and cook each side for probably, I don't know, 5 minutes on each side for this chicken, and then turn them over, and then cook the other side, salt and pepper again when I flip them over, and I'll show you that when we get back. So I've finished cooking the chicken, so take a look here. That these were boneless, skinless chicken breasts that I really, I packed a lot into both of these two pans. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pull all the chicken out and leave what's been cooking in there so that we can then make the sauce. So I'm going to show you how to make the sauce, but I wanted you just to see kind of what things look like as they're going through. So we'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so the chicken's out of the pans, and I actually combined the two pans. So this is what's left of cooking the shallots and the chicken thighs in the coconut oil. So now I'm going to start to make this sauce with it. And what I'm going to put in here is chopped shallots, a little bit of garlic, and I'm going to put a tiny bit of celery in here just for that added flavor that celery will give. Since this is a curry dish, it will add just a nice little tinge to it. So cook this down a bit and I'll come back in just a second and we'll show you how this starts to come together to finish. Okay, so I want you to see what the sauce is looking like, and it's turning out really good. So remember, we cooked the chicken thighs in coconut oil with leeks, chopped up leeks. And then I pulled the chicken out and I added shallots, a little bit of garlic, and a little bit of celery. So now I'm going to add coconut milk. And I want to just mention a couple things about coconut milk. Like Trader Joe's, which I'm a big fan of buying certain ingredients there, but their coconut milk is like coconut milk light, and it's not the full fat. But I want to show you something on this coconut milk. See how it's pretty solid? That's a sign of really good coconut milk. So you can actually find this at your supermarket. Just don't buy the light version. So I'm going to put coconut milk. I'm going to put coconut milk, and then I'm going to put the seasoning. I'm going to put turmeric and curry in this. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to cut up the chicken into small pieces so that we'll mix it all together. And remember that inside this dish here that I put all the chicken is going to be some great meat juice that's been seeping out of the chicken since it's been sitting there, that I'll put back in the sauce. So don't forget to do that. So I'll be back when it's all together in just a minute and we'll show you the finished product. And here it is, the final product, the coconut chicken curry. Turned out fantastic. Look at that. And look at that yummy salad having with it. So remember, whenever we look at our food, we should always be looking for protein, plants, and fat. So in this here we have protein and fat. We have the chicken and the coconut milk, and also the coconut oil that was cooked in. So we all have really good natural, healthy, beneficial fats, and then over here, of course, are the plants. A perfect meal. Enjoy!